Hello, everybody. You know what day it is. That's right. It's Thursday. It's Jank Pack Thursday. The Wheel o' Jank has returned. 69 entries live upon said wheel. And what was it last week? It was some antique cars from For the Pulls. Those were fun. I really, really like those. And it's not that big a set. I might actually look into completing that. However, that was last week, and this is now or something of that nature. So we are going to give it a spin. And I got you another little history thing. Today, September the 19th, back in 1957, a 1.7 kiloton nuclear warhead was detonated in an underground test site in Nevada. Mind you, 65 miles north of Las Vegas, not that far. Project Rainier, the first fully contained underground nuclear detonation with no fallout. So what can you that it's just insanity to me. Oh, we're going back on the Susan Lucci hunt. There were a couple of packs of the soaps of ABC, the All My Children. We're going back in. We're looking for some drama. So let's have some fun in just a moment. I think last time I had this, we had this, it was about a month and a half ago. I think I called it I made a pun on the title. I think it was The Elderly and the Content instead of The Young and the Restless. So please expect to have read some horrifyingly bad soap opera pun in the title of this. You know, I figure it's the least I could do is warn you. So now we dig for more of the soaps of ABC, All My Children. These ones, I know the first couple, I think, were sent to us. Cannot remember. I think For the Pulls may have sent one. I can't remember. Everything is such a long time ago. But these ones came in the giant Etsy box of gloriousness random. Now it's just a question of where it is. Speaking of which, here it is. Back in the box with all of ye. Back in the box. Whoop, we go. And then there we go. There is our muse. Thank you to Stix G. Last time telling me that we got a Susan Lucci. We need another one. You know why we need another one? Because we're going to send them off to see if she will sign them. So let's just go over this again. The complete 72 card set of the soaps of ABC All My Children card art. Brings you the special star pack of 10 randomly inserted full-color cards. Let's friggin' go. We ain't getting that. 1991. We're going, back in time. Although, has anybody ever noticed, even in the amount of technological advancements we've had? Well, there we go. I think right off the rip. Oh, no. Don't jank on me. Don't you freaking jank. That's a little janky, but not too bad. There we go. We got our pair. Oh, that is just unfortunate. Well, maybe I can have her sign that on the back. We'll see that. Either way, we've got our Susan Lucci cards. Now we just have to find an address. That should be, weirdly enough, sometimes that is the easiest part. What in the world was my rant? Oh, have you ever noticed how soap operas always seem to be filmed like in the exact same kind of camera? Like never any deviation. If you watched them in the 80s, you watch them now. They all look exactly the same. And for some reason, we're getting a lot of weird stickage in this pack. This is some true jank. We haven't had that in a while. Let's get into it. All My Children, and then we will see, because I've been looking for other ones, and not many people are signing, actually. We have Erica Kane right there. That's the one. God, I wish it didn't have this, curse you high gloss cards. Well, we're going to put her up there anyway, because it's another Susan Lucci. All's fair in love and war if you're Erica Kane. She's infuriated, disgusted, and enraged about just about every woman in Pine Valley. Well, if I was in Pine Valley, I'd have done the same. And charmed, seduced, and destroyed, almost destroyed every man. Well, I don't have the capability for that. Her first marriage to Dr. Jeff Martin was a disaster, beginning with the abortion she had behind his back. She then enjoyed flirtations with the womanizing Jason Maxwell, owner of the modeling agency where she began her career. When Jason wound up dead, Jeff was charged with murder, but Erica's sweet mother, Mona, was the real killer. See, I don't need to watch this. There's 75 years of All My Children history that's just going to get told to us. Erica's next doomed marriage was to Philip Brent. After a miscarriage and a nervous breakdown, they divorced. She then shocked the town by taking up with Philip's father, Nick Davis. Years and years later, Erica was engaged briefly to Charlie Brent, Philip and her old rival Tara's son. Good God, woman. Erica and her twice ex-husband Travis Montgomery are the parents of the only child, Bianca, actor Susan Lucci, 1970s to present. God, we'll work around it. Moving on. Don't drink and drive. That is just sage advice in every aspect of the universe. Arlene Vaughn was an accident waiting to happen, and Adam Chandler was the immediate cause. Arlene rediscovered her long ago lover, Adam, when he was in the midst of a nasty divorce with Natalie, her brother Trevor Dillon's fiancée. I swear to God, we need some sort of flow chart to keep track of all this. The malicious Adam pretended to love Arlene so that Arlene would set up Trevor on a phony drug charge. God almighty. Shortly after the alcoholic Arlene backed out, Adam told her he had no use for a lush like her. Distraught and drunk, Arlene climbed behind the wheel of her car. Her daughter, Haley, tried to stop her, but to no avail. They lurched down the highway, careening into poor pregnant Brooke Chandler and Jackson Montgomery. Arlene hit and ran as Haley screamed. Going into premature labor, Brooke nearly died. Outraged by what happened to his beloved ex-wife, Brooke, Adam wanted Haley's hide. He had no idea then that Haley, who had falsely confessed to keep her mom out of jail, was the daughter he never knew he had. The accident, which kept Brooke from remarrying Tom Cudahy the next day, was the start of a brand new closeness between Brooke and Jackson. If you guys got that, you're better than I am. Let's put it that way. Caught in the middle. No, well, maybe. Yoink. When Alex Hunter first met the dazzling Erica Kane Martin, Brent Cudahy Chandler, that hurt my brain and my soul. He wanted her. I guess there's that. That one's not bad. We could get that one. All right, we've got some Susan Lucci action going on here. I'm not angry with this. But at the time, Erica was madly in love with his son Jeremy, the man Alex's much younger wife Natalie dreamed about day and night. Good God, man. To get Erica alone, Alex tried to tricked her into a trip up north, but before he could make his move, an avalanche stopped him cold. Get it? Cold pun. While they were both presumed dead, Natalie lured a drunken and mourning Jeremy into her bed. He passed out. The next day, she told him that they had slept together, and he believed her. But Erica didn't when she and Alex came back from the dead. Not much later, Alex really died in a fox hunt. Fox hunt now? What the? Natalie, by then pregnant with Alex's baby, told Jeremy he was the father. Even though Erica saw right through Natalie, Jeremy believed Natalie's story and married her to do the right thing. When the truth came out, Jeremy was furious, but Natalie wouldn't divorce him. That's when Erica triumphantly announced that Natalie and Jeremy were never legally married because she'd hired an actor to play the minister at the wedding. She who laughs last laughs best. And we who don't laugh at all because our brains hurt. There we go! Propaganda card! Propaganda card. A lot of Susan Lucci. I'm not angry at that. We got Derek Fry. While helping Tad Martin save his kidnapped ex-wife Dixie from Billy Clyde Tuggle, boy, there's a name and a half, who had been posing as John Henry Rockefeller, the owner of the student nightclub Cyclops, police officer Derek Fry was shot in the line of duty, becoming temporarily paralyzed and confined to a hospital bed. Derek fell for his personal physician, Angie Hubbard, who was dating Derek's physical therapist, Cal Cummings, at the time. You think they ever mixed it up? I mean, seriously. like legitimately. This is confusing, and I'm staring at it. Derek's romance with Angie was short-lived, and their engagement was even shorter. While recuperating at Cordland Manor, Derek successfully unraveled the Who Poisoned Palmer Cortland case, clearing Palmer's wife Opal, and helping reveal her ex-fiancé Stan Ulatowski, Mr. U, as the guilty party. Back on the police force, Derek and his partner Mimi Reed fell in love and got involved against all department regulations, played by William Christian, from the 90s to present. 90s to present, so basically 1 year later. Hello, Natalie Chandler. Hello, how you doing? With almost as many husbands to her credit as Erica Kane, Natalie's first love was Erica's ex-fiancé, Jeremy Hunter. When Jeremy... I hate this, by the way, with the picture in the middle and then the... I hate that. Hate that. When Jeremy left his and Natalie's hometown, Natalie's mother, Wilma, pushed her into marrying Jeremy's rich father, Alex. Hey, Faye. Natalie continued to lust for Jeremy even though she was carrying Alex's baby. My eyes are crossed, by the way. Baby Timothy, who was born after Alex died in a Pine Valley Society fox hunt. Following her divorce from Palmer Cortland, Natalie finally got her man Jeremy, only to quickly divorce him because of her jealous frustration over his involvement with Marissa Rampal, Jeremy's ex-lover and mother of his son David. You see what I'm saying? Natalie went from rags to riches after her elderly patient Virgil Mason died, leaving her millions of dollars and naming her executor of the Mason Foundation. In a nasty attempt to replenish his funds and regain possession of Chandler Mansion, Adam Chandler married Natalie. Their loveless marriage ended, and Natalie became engaged to her passionate lover, Trevor Dillon, played by Kate Collins. That actually legitimately is hurting my brain. Oh, God, there's 4 of them. Bear with me, folks. We're almost done. Palmer and Opal. I'm hoping we got one that I've seen recently. They're the oddest couple in Pine Valley. No one expected proper Palmer Cortland to marry flashy, trashy Opal Gardner Purdy. He only wanted her to help him wreck her son Tad's Martin's marriage to his niece Dixie and then get out of town. Besides, her braying hurt his ears. But Opal figured that any man who didn't want her around must really love her. If that's the case, a lot of people love me. Whether Palmer knew it or not, he had fallen in love. His housekeeper, Mira Murdoch Sloan, called in her daughter Daisy, Palmer's favorite ex-wife, to help Opal land him. Palmer instead tried to romance Daisy, but she laughed. PC will always love each other, but after 2 marriages, you know we can't live together. Well, at least she learned after 2. She then taught Opal how to talk and dress, transforming her into a fair lady fit for Palmer. Opal and Palmer married, but separated when he wrongly believed Opal was poisoning him. He begged her forgiveness, but Opal wouldn't forgive or forget, until Daisy pretended to want Palmer back. Jesus, my God. Opal became so jealous she forgot how mad she was at her little love bug. Only then did they happily reunite. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Dixie Martin. Haven't seen her before. Dixie and her brother Will left Pigeon Hollow in search of Pete Cooney, their late mother Bessie's brother. Pete turned out to be rich old Palmer Cortland, who hired Dixie as a maid for Cortland Manor, not even knowing she was his niece. What in the world? What the world? Dixie found the cassette that incriminated her uncle for helping his estranged wife Natalie dump Erica's half-sister Silver body into the Cortland Manor pond. Yeah, I'm speeding up a little bit. Sorry. Upon his release from jail, searching for Dixie and Will's sister, Melanie, who was separated from them and sent to live with her Aunt Hattie. The family reunited in Pine Valley, where Melanie soon met and eventually married Jeremy Hunter's son, David Rampal. She went on to have her own nightmare marriage to Adam Chandler and one nightmare wedding to Billy Clyde Tuggle, who forced her to marry him at gunpoint in a log cabin. Tad Martin was her savior both times, played by Katie McLean. I don't even know. The Masked Ball? No comment. Adam Chandler's masked ball, held at Chandler Mansion and later known as the Fall of the Chandler Empire, was one of Pine Valley's most colorful and climactic social events, capping off a year that marked Adam's record-breaking estrangement from not 1 but 2 wives, Brooke and Dixie, let's go, and his unsuccessful custody fight for his infant son and only male heir. This elaborately planned soiree was designed to herald the Lord of the Manor's most triumphant career achievement. Little did Adam realize, lurking behind a gold papier-mâché lion's face, a grimacing, gate-crashing Palmer Cortland was about to darken his brightest hour. Revealed to the assembled revelers that his recent business exploits had culminated in his owning Adam Lock Stock and Holding Company. The shocking declaration not only led to Adam's professional demise, but also to a lengthy stay at Pine Valley Hospital, where he ruminated over his sudden downfall while recovering from a long overdue stroke. And there are people that have watched all of this, by the way. Adam Chandler. I think we saw him before. Maybe not. With a fierce determination to leave the memories of his penniless hollow behind him, days of Pigeon Hollow behind him. Jeez. Adam Chandler came to Pine Valley to make a new start. He brought with him his highly successful company, Chandler Enterprises, and his identical twin brother, Stuart, whom he had protected in the west wing of the Chandler Mansion, and his late son, Lottie's illegitimate son, Ross, by Pete Cooney. There's a test at the end of this, by the way. When Adam arrived in town, he discovered that the lifelong arch enemy Pete Cooney, was none other than Palmer Cortland. 6 years later, Palmer wiped out Adam in a hostile corporate takeover. Throughout his failed marriages and sordid affairs, Adam has tried to channel some semblance of love to his 3 children. He failed with his eldest child, Sky, his daughter by his first wife, Althea, who died in an irreversible coma after 15 years. That's weird they would say irreversible. Since Sky left Pine Valley, Adam has tried mending his ways with his son, Adam Jr., by his ex-wife, Dixie, and newly discovered daughter, Haley Vaughn, played by David Canary. We've got a bunch of Susan Lucci, and it's still another pack, so we could, in theory, get some better ones. But meanwhile, until I can improve them, these will stay as the possibilities. That one's definitely going out. That one maybe, but it's just the schmutz. The schmutz. And now, the community shout out. Actually, somebody who just shouted me out recently because he was doing some Magic the Gathering. Ironically, that's what's coming up. Freedom Sufferer cards. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. The man of the music. The man of Randy Savage. And the man of Barba Papa. A great community member. Always shouting people out. Always having fun. Always making great content. And at 642, I am the shocked. That is very low. Link to him down below. Absolutely deserving of many, many, many more of the subs. Actually, not that long ago, passed his 1,000th video as well. And the reason I mentioned the Magic thing before is because he was opening the new series. Bloomborough gave me a shout out. And this is a similar vein, the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, because there are creepy, adorable little critters that we are going for. And since we've run very long, because this is a very wordy series, we will football and Magic. The Steelers won, actually scored a touchdown. They're improving. They're sustaining drives. They still need to get the act together. However, you know what is very obvious? Denver's in a lot of trouble. People may not be wrong thinking that it is Bover. Oh, and by the way, Houston, you barely squeak by. Chicago's not good, and you didn't look much better. Steelers won. Ugly game, but that's Steelers football. That's all we got to say. Burb! But I did lose fantasy, unfortunately, mainly because Tank Bigsby exploded and did not have a stat. Stingerback Terror. Now, we're going for some of these, and then at the end of it, I'll wrap it up very quickly. Bristling backwoods, beautiful land, beautiful desert. All right, we got our foil, Mourner's Surprise. I like that. I like this series they're doing. It's an alt art series for this one. Tyrant's Scorn. It's an instant, really nice looking card. Here's our rare, Tiny Bones joins up. Look at Tiny Bones. Look at Tiny Bones. He's freaking adorable. Tiny Bones is adorable. Lava Spur Boots. Those are cool. Cactus Sure Shot. A Plant Mercenary. Shepherd of the Clouds. We've got a Pegasus. Corrupted Conviction. Turtle. Daring Thunder Thief. Doggo. Sterling Hound. Raven of Fell Omens. That's a beautiful looking raven. Outlaw Medic. Reckless Lackey. There's no better way to end than a giant beaver. That's all I'm going to say. Let me pause real quick, see if we actually got anything, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. We did! We needed the Raven of Fell Omens. Let's go. There he is. We'll cross that off next time. Love it when I pull a card that I was actually looking for. There he is, Raven. Apparently we pulled the giant beaver and the dog before. But that is going to do it for this very wordy episode of Jank Pack Thursday. We've got a bunch of Susan Lucci's. That's huge. That is huge because a lot of them are going to be going out. Actually, I might send all of them just because. Going out to see if the absolutely legendary Susan Lucci will sign. And what more can you say? Drama, a raven, and a giant beaver. If only I already hadn't decided on the title before that. That's going to do it for this week's Jank Pack Thursday. Shout out again, Freedom Sufferer cards. Link to him down below. Make sure to check him out. Well deserving of 700 plus many, many, many more besides that. And to anybody still here in the chat, thank you for sticking around. This was a long one, but thank you. I appreciate you all. I love you all. We will see you next time.